It was a long day. I'd been sitting in my chair so long my ass and chair cushion were starting to pick out curtains, and it was only lunchtime. My bank account was hovering around negative zilch, but I don't work for just any scum. No, I prefer the really smelly stuff. Like between your big toe and that other toe that's sometimes too long. Belly button scum. I'm talking about guys like Bob Frost. I hadn't known Bob the Chiller Frost personally, but from all I'd come to learn about the guy, I should have sent him Christmas cards. In case it isn't glaringly obvious, I'm involved in the business of digging up dirt. I'm a private detective, emphasis on the private, as in nothing stays that way for too long when I'm around. I was a nosy kid in school who always found out which punk peed in the sandbox, but I ain't no snitch. I like my cops the way I like my ex-girlfriends, unarmed, and as far from me as possible. Let's just say I've had my fair share of misunderstandings concerning our fine boys in blue. Now Frost and gone and got himself shot in the head. If that ain't karma, I don't know what the hell karma is. That's a definite possibility. I'd given up telling Frost a while back. I don't go around locking up the bad guys. That's the job for superheroes and coppers who think they're superheroes. I knew a few. There wasn't much business lately, and I was musing over this concern when $1 million walked right into my office.
Mr. Short?
Dorothy Frost, please take a seat.
You know my name. I must have come to the right detective.
That's PI, Miss Frost. Detective makes me sound like something on a police report.
That's Dot, Mr. Short. Miss Frost makes me sound like the forecast on a weather report.
She was sassy. I didn't know how I felt about that. I was too caught up in the lack of hurt she was showing. The dame had just lost her father and she was bandying words with me like we were on a first date and things were going swell. What can I do for you, Miss Dot?
I assume you heard my father was murdered?
Yes. Very sorry for your loss. He was, I struggled to find a way to describe Papa Frost without using the words asshole, gangster, or killer. Man?
As I'm sure you've heard, the papers are pinning the crime on Filthy Harry.
As it happened, I hadn't gotten quite past the headline, but I could nod knowingly like a pro. You don't think it was Filthy Harry?
Do you?
Why not? Cops seem pretty sure.
I know it wasn't Filthy Harry. Please, Mr. Short. Howard.
I wasn't sure there was a case here, but on the other hand, I wasn't sure there was any scotch left in my top drawer. I'll look into it, Miss Frost, but there's no guarantee I won't be able to sniff up anything the cops haven't found.
Well, let me know if you get a whiff. I want to be kept abreast of the investigation.
No danger of that, Miss Frost. Without Dead Man Frost, you're a man short.
Dillian.
What about this private dick? He's been sticking his nose where it doesn't belong. That's not all that's going to be cut off.
Irish, Scottish, Chinish. How am I supposed to tell the damn difference? All I knows is, was an American.
It was Filthy Harry, see, and he needed the dough, and Frost wouldn't cough it up.
The ballistic report indicates the shooter was shorter, and the way the blood splattered.
Yeah, that's nice. Could you give me some coffee, sweetheart? Black.
She's trouble. She'll chew you up and spit you out.
Can I cut in?
Suddenly I had a million things to do, and no clue where to start.
When you've been in this town as long as I have, I think you've seen everything. But you haven't.